Showcase on Mountain Vision Channel 17.
Hi, I'm Reggie Richards, and this is Business Showcase. This week we're in Valley, Alabama at Timeless Antiques and Flea Mall. I can't wait to go in and see all the priceless treasures that are in here. Let's go. Hey, Carol.
Good morning, Reggie. Welcome to Timeless Antiques. Come on in.
I'm so excited about being here. You have so many wonderful things here. I can't wait to get started. So you're going to have to just kind of keep me, where I needed to go.
Okay, we have 135 vendors here, and everybody has something a little bit different. So come on, let's
God.
see what we
All
can
right,
find.
let's go. I'm sitting here with the lovely Miss Carol Faulkner, and we're at Timeless Antiques and Flea Mall.
Yes.
And we're in Valley, Alabama. Now, your husband Jim and you are partners in this business.
We
Carol,
are.
This is a beautiful story. Now, this is one of my favorite things to do. If I had a hobby, it would be this.
We have a lot of vendors here. That's the reason they are here, because they are collecting things throughout the year, and they just want to display it, and they want to sell a few of the things that they no longer need. And they've set up a booth here, and we sell their things, and they're just happy to be here with us.
There's a big following of antiques and flea malls. So tell me a little bit about why you got into this business.
Well, Jim and I have done other things. This is the first adventure to do this. We've been here 10 years now. We rent our space here, and the vendors come in, set up their little booths. They tag everything, and we sell it, and we pay them out once a month. And it's more of a love of doing this than it is to make money. They love what they're doing. It's more of a hobby. It's something that they can fill their time, something that they love, and something that they can benefit from, because they make a little money on the side, but yet they're shopping and establishing what they like to do.
Well, you and your husband both grew up north. You upstate New York,
That's
you in
right.
Pennsylvania,
That's
where
right.
there's a wonderful, rich history of all kinds of furnitures and unique items that people would call timeless treasures. And I mean, did that kind of start your love for that and growing up in that area?
I think so. I'm more of the vintage era, the 40s and the 50s, where it's rustic. It's more of a rustic upbringing. The home I grew up with was Depression era. We didn't have a whole lot of things, but the things that we did have were made of wood, and they lasted forever. And that's some of the things that we need to instill in the folks that come and shop here. Some of this pressed wood and this wood that's made today does not hold up, but some of this old furniture that's been around for 100 years will last forever. We have some things in here that have been made before the turn of the century. We have some things in here that were made in the 40s and the 50s. The furniture is durable, lasting. The finish is...
And the craftsmanship
That's
is
right.
there.
Is there. That's right. And we're so proud to be able to set it out and let folks come in and not only buy it, but to see it. And some of our folks come in and just walk around, and they just feel like it's nostalgia. It is a time
It's
where
very therapeutic.
That's right.
It
It's
is.
a time where they lived in history, and it reminds them of the good times in life.
It really, but whenever I go to a place like this, which I've found a new place to hang out, it's I get lost in it, and I lose kind of your troubles for a while, and you don't think
Yes.
about things. You just really appreciate these fine details that go into a lot. The glassware, the furniture, the pottery. I mean, and the way some of the vendors set their things up kind of gives you ideas as to how you can make this work in your home. Adding those vintage pieces to your decor can really change things and just make it just your own personal signature.
That's correct.
Now, you told me a story about people that bring their magazines in, that they're looking at decorative magazines, and they go, do you have something like this here?
And we often can take them right to what they need. These magazines often show decor that established a period in time, in history, and they like to set up their rooms like this. Sometimes they set their whole household up like this, and they're shopping. And this is fun for them too, that they can come in here and find things that they can put in their home, that they can decorate with.
I used to have a really neat little display shelf that you would have put in a store that put bread or crackers and stuff on, and kept it in my kitchen for my breads and other things. And I mean, I absolutely loved it.
Several times we have gotten things from old pharmacies, which is wonderful, the utensils and the tools that the pharmacists used. And I tell you, it just makes your heart blessed when you can feel the old time things that used to happen.
Absolutely. Art Deco, what a wonderful period. I
Yes.
know you said that was one of your
Yes.
favorite too. I had my office set up with an antique radio, well, an era, 40s era radio, telephone, clock, fan, and I just made it my own little space that looks like that because I love that period. And it made me feel closer to my father. You know?
Sure.
And he would keep these things for me, even an old adding machine, and he would give them to me. So
Isn't that
that's
great?
the kind of feeling I get when I'm in these stores. And so I'm really excited to take the tour.
Well, I'm so glad you could come today. It just makes me so pleased.
Well, I feel like I made a new friend and, of course, a new place to come and get my therapy on. You're going to let me visit with a couple of your vendors.
Yes,
who
I
actually,
am.
you have a
Yes, I
wonderful
am.
trade out here. The vendors get to come and spend some time helping out in the store and trade for their space. And so
Yes.
if anybody's interested in being a vendor or like
All
to
they
do,
have to, we have a wonderful website. All they have to do is go to www.timelessantiques.us. They'll find out all the information they need to know, our rates for leasing with us. We have some specials that they can come in and rent for half price for the first 3 months. We'll help them get set up
do you
and
have any room?
established.
You look like you're pretty
We
well.
are pretty full. But if they would check with us at the end of the month, from time to time we have openings, and we'd be glad to have them. We always love new vendors. If you shop here, you're going to find that everything changes from day to day. Our vendors are in and out, constantly changing, taking things out, bringing new things in. Even though we have old things, we're changing so much so often.
So if you
that-
come in, you're going to see the changes.
That's right, every week.
All right, so you're going to introduce me to Amy. As I go back to her
Okay.
booth,
Okay.
I am going to be able to stop along the way, right?
That's
All right, we're here at Amy's booth, right in Timeless Antiques and
Yes.
Flea Mall. Amy, your specialty, purses
And jewelry.
and jewelry.
Yes.
Okay, so you order the purses and then you're able to display them in your store within the store.
Right, right.
And why
I
do you
order
do
'em and they
purses?
sell 'em. I've always liked purses. I've been selling them for 15 years. That's really all I know how to do is buy and sell pocketbooks and
And I was
jewelry.
just going to say pocketbooks. You know, some
Yes.
people don't call them pocketbooks anymore, and I love that
Yes.
old term, pocketbooks.
Yes.
And the more pockets, the better to me. And I'm already
Definitely.
seeing this purse. This is very stylish.
Thank you.
Very nice. I love the little scarf effect in here. You can tell. You could actually change the scarf out, couldn't you?
Yes, you could.
All right.
Change it out and
Look at all the
it's a good
bedazzles.
color too.
It's a perfect color for fall.
Mhm,
That is a
definitely.
good color. Now you've got all the bedazzles and everything else you need, any kind of purse and any size. I know my man of the house is always telling me, he said, my gosh, why do you have such a big purse? Ladies, we need big purses.
Definitely.
The more they
definitely.
can hold, the,
The
better.
bigger the better.
Exactly, and the more pockets.
Yes,
the better
definitely.
too. I see you have a wide variety here. You have some
Yes.
wonderful selections of purses. This particular one I saw, and then we have this one right here.
Okay.
Do you mind if I get it out for you?
Right. Do not mind at all.
Oh my
It's got
gosh.
every color you can possibly
Well,
be
look,
wearing.
you've got the zebra.
Yes.
You've got the avocado greens from the 70s look going
and
on
mustard
there.
is really in right now.
Big mustard, yeah.
Yes.
You call that mustard?
Yes,
I
mustard.
call that pea green.
Pea green. Oh,
Pea
that's-
green, gold, no?
Well, you call it whatever you want to. If you come in
As
and
long as
buy
I
it, you
take
call
it
it whatever you want to.
I just have to check for pockets. I
Okay.
love to see where you can
I think it has a couple of
Oh
them
yeah.
in there.
I don't like, you do that dig into the bottom of your
Yeah.
purse thing? Mm-hmm.
And a lot of women don't like that. They
No,
like to
I
have.
like my pockets.
dividers
I
so
like
they
my
can-
pockets. Of course,
Oh,
another
they
thing you
need-
like about purses is if you're a very fashionable person, you want to be able to change out your purses
Right.
with your outfit and, of course, your shoes, so it matches everything.
And it looks good with what you've got on
I'm
too.
thinking that too.
Yes.
You know.
And we also sell luggage and makeup cases. We have a variety of different items as well, like the duffel bags, the train cases. That's a pretty one. I love the color.
this is very utilitarian. I should say
yeah.
you can use this every color. It's a pewter.
It's
Almost.
a pewter.
And
Mhm.
it has the shorter handles on it, but it's
Yes.
actually very nice. Again, I would purchase this purse. All right, so if they're looking at your booth and they want us to talk to you specifically, I heard you say they're 20% off right
They're
now.
20% off right now, but if you come in and see me, sometimes I can do a little better than that. So,
20%.
yeah,
yes.
and I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So
Birthdays, holidays, Christmas vacation.
Right.
I mean, Christmas, Easter, anything with a purse always adds to the wardrobe, makes
Definitely.
it extra nice. And I'm hard on purses, Amy. I really am. I need to change them out sometimes. And then you talked about the luggage too, which I
luggage.
mean, you have some really unique and different colors. That would never be hard to find on the
No.
trolley for your. You said, that's
Peacock.
my luggage right
yeah.
there.
Peacock and owl stuff is very popular right now too.
I see that. Well, you've got all kinds of things for little girls, every colors. I love the scarves you have
Thank
in your
you.
booth. Those
you.
are some of the different things you're going to find in this store. When they say a flea mall, these are the different booths that they're talking
Definitely.
about.
Yes.
And you actually do your trade time, so you help in the store. So
That's
you
right.
really know the inventory here too.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I love my job. So.
And I can tell that
Yes.
you do. All right, tell us a little bit about your jewelry, Amy.
Okay, well, I have 2 cases up front, and it's mainly fashion jewelry. I have a couple of pieces of sterling silver in there, but mainly fashion jewelry. Price ranges anywhere from $5 up to about $15, $20, depending on what it is.
So when you're here doing your trade time, people can actually come and barter with you.
Correct, yes. Feel free to do so. I'm here from 10 to 3, Mondays and Tuesdays, and Sunday from 1 to 5.
All right, well, I'm going to have another look around the store.
Okay.
And I'm going to have some fun thinking about different accessory items,
Okay.
flea mall specials, antique specials, collectibles, all right here. We're in another part of the store now with Miss Carol again, and she is showing me this beautiful Duncan and 5-piece. Carol, you have wonderful furniture in this store. Wouldn't it be nice to sit down to a lovely dinner at this table, or even better, hear all the stories that were once surrounding this this table, the meals that were here,
Oh,
the
wouldn't that be
conversations.
nice?
Oh,
Yes.
it's in perfect condition.
It
It's
is.
beautiful.
It's a lovely mahogany piece, and there's so much furniture in here in such a short time. There's so much to tell you about. We have so much oak furniture, dining room. We have period pieces from before the turn of the century, from the 20s, from the 30s, from the 40s. There's a piece here for any home, and it's made out of the most wonderful wood that America could have. These are American pieces. These are pieces that were handcrafted, and you need to come in and you could find any piece for any part of your home that might
These are investments.
yes.
Furniture is an investment, but if you know what you're looking for, especially when you say mahogany, a lot of folks might not understand what that's talking about. Mahogany will stand the test of time.
That's right. Some of your hard rock maple pieces of furniture, your oak furniture, those are the ones that will last forever, and you can count on them to hand down or to pass on. This is an investment of a lifetime when you come in and buy this kind of furniture.
They also make wonderful wedding gifts for people that are getting
do.
started too, because you start the tradition of buying that kind of furniture to give it as a gift, and they will always go back to looking
That's right.
for that kind
and
of
you
thing.
can add to these pieces.
Yes, you can.
There's so much here at Timeless. There's dinnerware here for elegant dining. There's pieces here that if you just want a little rustic in your home, there's all sorts of things that you can come here to Timeless Antiques and find to add to your home.
It is a flea mall too, so everything in the store that you have to always, but they all complement one another.
They
So
do.
you might get the Duncan and 5-piece, but you might also find some, china that it was not from that same period, but it complements it because this
Goes very
this
well.
is timeless.
That's right.
It is
timeless. It is timeless.
Absolutely. I know that there's a story behind everything, and you said that lots of folks travel from many places to make sure they come here and get the pieces that they're looking for.
We have had folks come from Texas and take back butter churns, spinning wheels. I have some folks that have come from New York and bought rugs. There's so many things here. People from all over the United States come to shop in these kind of places, and they find things to take back to their home, and it's a treasure to them forever.
It is, and I know you have a website again so people can keep up with what's going on, because you said you change off as the inventory comes in, new things come in, new old things come in.
That's right. And if you look on our website, you can actually go through our store, booth by booth, and see what is in our store.
Now it becomes, actually you can become very skilled at shopping for the antiques and for items that like you have in this store that are featured here. It's a skill to be able to walk down the aisle and let your eyes find those perfect pieces that know how to do that. So you have to spend time. You can't come in and just really rush through it.
This is a time where you can spend hours and hours, and it's a place where you can forget your world around you. You can get lost in time.
I
here.
love it. I love that part of it. It's very, very nice to be here for everything, and I could stay forever appreciating all the different things. You have how many vendors?
We have 135 vendors here at Timeless, and these vendors all work in their booths, and they just set up their booths for themselves in their kind of atmosphere that
And
they
you have
like.
a wonderful store dog that actually is very friendly and keeps everybody
I'm,
coming.
I'm afraid we have customers that just come in to see the dog because they have children that all they do is, can we go see Snuffy or can we go see the dog at Timeless Antique? So yes, we
Well, you know,
love
that's a
our
good
dog.
It's a good outing to start with your children too.
That's right.
It's to know, some people go to museums. This is like its own little museum.
We have a lot of children that like to shop at Timeless.
I know. I love that. I've started my children and going to places just like this so they can get an appreciation. And all of your vendors, your people that help, they know the store, they know the layout. So if
That's
you're looking
right.
for a certain something to put in a certain place, and I know restaurants and different people that are developing new businesses actually look in places like this to build an interesting decor
do.
and something
Yes.
very, very, more
Yes.
than just conversation piece. It is a part of their, it makes it feel like more of a home.
It does.
Before we get to close the show, and so we're going to move to one more location, and I hate to leave this Duncan and Fife piece. I know I can't take it with me, but I'm
you
going to
can
let
think about it.
I can think about
You
it.
can dream about
I know
it.
where it's at. I know
Yay.
where it's at. And these
Okay.
are hard to find in this kind of good condition.
Yes, they are.
So,
this is in wonderful shape.
and your vendor that provides this kind of furniture for you, she does this often. She's
Very
always
often.
looking. So
yes, she has good furniture in her booth.
you can always ask for her furniture booths if you're
Yes.
looking for a Duncan and
Yes.
Fife piece. Let's go to one more place.
All right.
All right.
We're in the
army now. We're digging a ditch. We'll never get rich.
We're in the army now.
All right, we're in a booth right here in the store of Timeless Antiques and Flea Mall, and Jim has joined us, the other half of Carol. And Jim, you know that this military paraphernalia, all of the collectibles are very, very much in demand.
They are. They're highly collectible and sought after all over the world, really. This rifle, for example, is a 1863 Springfield rifle, Civil War model. It has been sent back to Springfield and recommissioned twice. The government owned it a great many years. Now it's in our possession here.
It's for sale?
It is. It's valued upwards of $5,000. It's a wonderful rifle. The personal interest note, the spike, this is called a spike. This was in my father-in-law's garage up in Niagara Falls area for over 50 years. And he gave it to me. He's a wonderful man. He's 104. And I bought this gun to go with that spike. This will stay in my possession as long as I breathe. That's how much I think of it.
But it can't be for sale.
Yeah, Carol says it's for sale.
Can't be for sale.
She'll sell it after
I'll
I'm
sell it if
gone.
the price is right.
I love this shovel. I don't know why. I just do.
This is a military shovel, World War I into World War II era. It's a wonderful piece.
Boy, this has some history in it.
Yes, it does. Wouldn't it be something to tell you what it's done?
Well, you know, some of these pieces, you take them home with you and they continue to tell a story.
They do. They do. This, I have a couple of very interesting swords here. This is Major John Duncan's sword. This is from West Point, New York.
That is beautiful. How old is this sword, Jim?
That has got it is dated there. You can read it. He was there 71.
Okay.
At West Point.
1900. This sword
1970, 71?
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct. Vietnam era. This sword is much older. This is a naval sword. It has 13 stars on the hilt. They quit making 13-star swords in 1900. So this sword is well over 100 years old. Come from Maryland.
That is so cool.
It's highly ornate and decorated. It won't show good on the camera, but it is.
Well, I know military items, especially historical military items, are very much in demand. People collect them. This booth specifically, he collects those kind of things. So you can look for these kind of things in the store.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yes, that
All
is
right.
correct.
I know. I saw this bag a second ago, and I don't have my glasses on, but I think it says it's a gas mask pouch. I don't know what era that's from, but it's interesting. I could use it for a purse. Wouldn't that be a tale?
Military purse.
Well, it has Velcro on it, so it can't be that old, right?
Well, gas was used in World War I a lot, and we're now having a occurrence right at this time on the globe. It is not a good thing. It killed many, many thousands of people. It is doing so now. It's a bad situation that we're in with
Oh, it has lots of pockets. Yeah, it is. And so you're saying that this is actually a somebody's shirt pocket from a Vietnam era fatigue.
Yes, I would say.
Is
Yes,
in there.
that's
Yes.
50s.
Wow, how cool is that to find those kind of things? All right, well listen, there is so much more to show in this show. We don't have enough time in all of our time in this show. But if you were to talk about some of the other things that you would want people to know about coming to Timeless Antiques, what would you tell them, Carol?
You know what? You don't just have to come here for antiques. We have everything for everyday living. You can find anywhere from a toaster to a set of silverware. So come, not just for antiques, but come for whatever you may need. We have a sheet bedding. We have all kinds of things for you. So come visit us, and visit us on our website at www.timelessantiques.us. You can see us there. You can have a tour through our store in pictures, and we'd be glad to have you come visit us in person.
Now, I have this interesting idea you may be able to help me with. My father has he's passed, but it was a drum he played in the 1920s in the city band. And I just don't know what to do with it, how to display it, how to work it. If people come in with those kind of questions for you, or if they need something restored, do you have the answer for that too?
We do. We do a lot of research on the internet. Our internet is our best friend when it is well used. It is full of history. You could probably look up a lot surrounding your drum as to what it was used, exactly where it was played, and maybe even find, you know, who did the use of it. And we assist all the time in this many interesting things that way.
And I'm sure you get to meet a lot of interesting folks, and they come in.
Yes.
And you can start a tradition with your kids, you know, your family, that you can do those kind of shoppings. My mom used to give us little earned money we do for yard work and stuff, and we get to go to the mill maybe and pick out some towels, or we just did things like that for outings. Jim, you were telling me about, you know, the diversity in the store and what they could come in to do as families.
We do have a lot of diversity. We have over 150 vendors, and they all bring in stuff from their family. And that makes the store very diverse with a little of everything in it.
So this isn't really like a job to you guys. This is more like, you know, this is why people say you don't have to go to work, because it's a passion.
Carol and I call this a family store. And whoever walks in the door is family to us. So please ask us questions, and you know, if we can get the answers or have the answers, we will do it for you. If we don't, we'll send you somewhere where you can get answers.
All right, so I know they're going to help you out. If you're looking for any kind of special piece throughout the store, there's all kinds of unusual, unique items, things that you might even thought that you could find here, you're going to find here, and they'll help you do that too. Where can they go one more time, Carol?
They can go to our website, www.timelessantiques.us. We're open 7 days a week here. We're open from 10 to 6, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 7, Friday and Saturday, and Sunday afternoon we're here 1 to 5. And we're here to help you. We'll be glad to encourage you. That's right, encourage you or point you to what you need to look for, or just help you in any way. Come and see us.
And create a fun and unusual shopping experience. I think it should be a tradition.
It should be a tradition. Bring your children.
Do I have helmet hair?
No, but it looks good.
I'm good? Good. All right. We've had a wonderful time here today. Thank you for visiting us with Business Showcase. Make sure you come visit Carol and Jim right here in Valley, Alabama at Timeless Antiques and Flea Mall. Thank you.